Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joey again. You're watching Vegas D-Tech. I got another report for you folks today. It's amazing, you know, since these federal demands have come through and forced our water authorities here to come up with an answer for the 2 to 4 million acre feet of water we're supposed to conserve. I got a weird report coming in right now that the reason for why Lake Mead's water is down is because supposedly Glen Canyon Dam plumbing is clogged and can't release the appropriate amount of water to Lake Mead. Yes, ridiculous. But anyways, we'll talk more about this here. If you guys like this type of information, if you find this information beneficial and useful to you, please do me a kindness. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, share this video. I'm trying to appease the algorithm for YouTube so that I can continue to provide these reports on a timely fashion. So if you could do me that kindness, I'd greatly appreciate it. Oh, by the way, I'm reporting to you guys today from Reunion Trails up here in Anthem. Looks like we got some of this cloud seeding going on up here. Take a look at that. Yeah. A lot of people have been asking me to do some report on cloud seeding. What do I think about it? Man, I don't know. Could be a real thing, man. We might have to do some reporting on that. But anyways, let's just get back into this report. So, this group of people called the Utah Rivers Council has basically come up with this a strange report that I've never heard of before. And their river council member, what is his name, Zachary Frankel? That's it. He basically made a claim that they have antiquated or actually bad pipes in their dam that possibly could be the reason why we're not getting any water. And I find that really, I find this report really hard to believe. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and give you this little clip. You guys look at it and tell me what you guys think, and we'll get right back.
Environmental advocates sounding the alarm on the water supply crisis from the Colorado River, which impacts Lake Mead and southern Nevada residents.
The Bureau of Reclamation unveiled the call to Congress for the 7 basin states to come up with a plan within just 60 days to cut between 2 and 4 million acre feet of water from the Colorado River Basin.
Zachary Frankel is the executive director for the Utah Rivers Council. He says the water problem stems from old plumbing at the Glen Canyon Dam near Lake Powell.
Even though someone in Las Vegas might not know anything or care much about what's happening at Glen Canyon Dam, the problem is that the antique plumbing inside Glen Canyon Dam has the potential to prevent Las Vegas and Nevada from getting its full water supply out of the Colorado River.
Now, a coalition of several agencies is recommending 2 possible solutions: either widening or drill additional tubes to increase the water flow, or construct new bypass tunnels to rise the river level.
Once the water level starts dropping another 45 feet, we're going to have major water supply delivery problems to 30 million people.
It's unclear how much the repair cost would be, but Frankel and the coalition want Congress to fund a study soon before it's too late.
This really should have happened 5 years ago.
So what do you guys think about that that little report there? I mean, guys, you know what? I mean, really? Glen Canyon Dam is claiming that they have problems with their pipes? I mean, look, I already knew that they were not going to be happy. All of these water management districts were not going to be happy when they were told by the federal government that they have to conserve 2 to 4 million acre feet of water. And guys, the only way that's going to happen, the only way, take a look at how many houses are out there. As far as you can see, look at Vegas is just stretching. That's downtown there and just stretching. Everything that you see here, man, is just all homes. But the only way that's going to happen, guys, is if the upper basin states give up more water and the lower basin states use less water. That is the only way that the equilibrium is going to happen and things are going to stabilize again, okay? Now, I heard all the moans and groans in the actual meeting room when they passed that thing down, telling them the numbers of what they're going to have to serve. Nobody believes that they're going to actually be able to conserve that much water.
The coalition says they've seen dramatic drops in water levels at Lake Powell since 2000. They say it's so low it's almost to the point where hydroelectric production would be affected. Some of their latest projections predict a dead pool where water stops flowing through the dam, creating standing water. They also say the dam was never built to operate for long periods at these lower lake levels, so action must be taken soon.
These two alternatives that we're presenting today will at least begin to understand what the options are in negotiating future management on the Colorado River.
Those alternatives? Adding new tubes to allow water flow at lower lake levels, or adding a straw directly at river level to allow water access.
That would allow operation of the dam from dead pool all the way down to river level, allowing for full operational flexibility of Glen Canyon Dam at every level.
The coalition says federal funding is urgently needed to help Lake Powell, and if nothing is done, the lower basin, including Lake Mead and southern Nevada, would lose Lake Powell's water contribution to our valley.
And if the problems at Glen Canyon Dam aren't addressed soon, it's going to be bad for all stakeholders.
So guys, what I'm getting out of that clip right there is basically what they're saying is that if Glen Canyon doesn't get the approval and funding to get these new pipes put in, that it could possibly happen that southern Nevada, Las Vegas will not be getting not one more gallon of water contribution from Lake Powell. And this is what I've been saying all along about that promise of the third pipe guaranteeing Las Vegas water from here to eternity, because we always believe that water's going to come in. But if not 1 gallon of water can come out of Hoover Dam, and not 1 gallon of water contribution is going to be coming in from Lake Powell, what do we have? I guess we're going to have a pond, right? And since we're so proud of how we recycle and how little we use, we're going to have to change the name from Lake Mead to Lake PP. We're going to pull all the water in and then PP, return, drink it again, and PP. So no longer Lake Mead, it will now be referred to Lake PP. Lake PP sounds kind of retarded, but hey, LA has just approved concessions in their city that they deem that sewer water is now going to be drinking water. Potable water, my friends. That's right. Sewage. Not gray water, but sewage. They feel that they now have the ability to safely clean sewage water for personal consumption. But I can tell you, I will not be drinking the PP water. I guarantee that. Then mysteriously out of the blue, we get this report that the Glen Canyon Dam has bad pipes and can potentially, the reason be, and I heard a little bit of a stutter in the guy's voice saying that the pipes are bad. They've known about this for at least 5 years. It should have been rectified 5 years ago. And this is the reason for Lake Mead not getting the amount of water that it's supposed to get. Now guys, I don't know about you, but if you go out to your front yard and you turn on your faucet, generally when you crank the valve open, it starts off slow. And the more you crank on it, the more volume of water comes out, correct? That's just on layman's terms. Now, the guys that operate the dam, when they open up their valves to let the water flow through, I'm sure they're measuring the amount of water that's coming out. They leave it on for a certain amount of time, a certain amount of water comes out, and this is the inflow that's supposed to make it to Las Vegas or to Lake Mead. So I think it's quite simple that they could have caught this a long time ago and have reported this issue and got this thing dealt with and worked on. So why did they have to wait until now to bring this information out? I don't even know what to think about that. Bad pipes. Now, but here's the deal that really gets me. If that was the case, that Lake Powell is holding back all this water, shouldn't Lake Powell be at 100% of capacity, possibly water coming over their spillways? But they're not. Lake Powell is in the same predicament as Lake Mead. I believe both of the reservoirs are like sister numbers at like 27%, 28%. So that doesn't even make any sense to me, because like I said, if they were holding back water and not getting enough of it out, then they would be backed up. But I'm not seeing that. Guys, I think this is just some cockamamie story to kind of buy some more time for them to figure out what's going on, because they're saying the only solution to this is to drill holes in the canyon to allow water to come out. And that was a case that I told you would probably come down to it if we ever hit Deadpool here in Las Vegas. That Las Vegas is thinking that they're going to be the only ones to drink out of that water and no water go down to the lower states. What they're proposing up in Glen Canyon of putting in new pipes or drilling through the canyon to divert more water down, that's something that I told people would actually happen here if Deadpool happened in Las Vegas, because the lower states are just not going to get any water. And I know that the Department of Interior is not going to allow that to happen. I mean, they own the Hoover Dam, and they would have to be the ones to build some type of a diversion pipe or diversion tunnel in order to get whatever water, whether it be at Deadpool or not. I mean, at that point, what good is the Hoover Dam if it's not generating any more hydropower and it can't let loose any water down to the lower states? What good is the dam at that point? You see what I mean?
Well, the Bureau of Reclamation's deadline for all 7 states, including Nevada, is on August 15th. Now, if the states do not identify a plan to cut water use, the Bureau says it will use its authority to impose huge water cuts on all the states. Now, also, be on the lookout for this flyer right here in your mailbox. The Southern Nevada Water Authority wants to remind all residents about the water situation at Lake Mead.
Well, guys, I'm going to tell you, I don't think that that's the case. The people can sit here and tell you that they believe that that's the reason for the water being low. I can pretty much tell you that in my opinion, with the research that I'm getting from hydrology departments at the universities, I have every belief that the main reason why this water is at where it's at is because of the allocation of water going to states, and it's the farming. Everybody knows that it's the farming, especially down in Southern California. And the main crop down there that has my concern is the alfalfa hay. If you guys don't know anything about alfalfa hay, that is the most water consuming crop that can be had, and why they're trying to grow that in an arid, dry region of California when that crop could be grown somewhere else is mind-boggling to me. Now, to make things even worse, I've had some actual cattle farmers turn around, and ranchers, they've turned around and they've sent me comments saying, Joey, you know what? We can't even buy any of that alfalfa hay for our own cattle, for our own livestock to feed Americans. You know where that alfalfa hay is going? That alfalfa hay is being bunched up, it's being packed up, and it's being shipped off to overseas, guys. And the biggest consumers of the alfalfa hay are China, Korea, and just recently, China, Korea, and now you got the UAE, United Arab Emirates, with Saudi Arabia buying up all this hay. Now, guys, when these guys are buying up all this hay, they're buying up more than just the hay. They're buying up the resource, which is the water, all the water that it takes to make that hay. They're buying that water up too. So we're burning through our precious allocation of water that we direly need to produce alfalfa hay that is not even being consumed by the farmers and the livestock here in America that needs it to provide food for Americans. All this stuff here is actually being outsourced and sold to other countries. Why not those countries grow this stuff in their country? Why? Because it consumes way too much resources where they're at, that they can't grow the alfalfa hay out there. So whose bright idea was it to go to Southern California, where there is no water or very little of it now because of years and years of using this water, and deciding to grow this product that is consuming all of this water? So yes, man, I am aware that this allocation of water, let's just say 80% of the water that flows down goes out to California, and at least 60% of the water that they get gets allocated to this alfalfa hay. And I don't know what's going to happen about that. Are we going to continue? I mean, I feel bad for farmers, man, because they have to provide, you know, the food for us to eat. But on the second note, are any of us eating alfalfa hay? I mean, do you eat alfalfa hay? I don't eat alfalfa hay. I know cattle eat it, but what good is it if these farmers are telling me that they can't even get it for their own livestock? Who's getting it? Other countries? Other countries are getting this crop at the expense of our depleting resources. And that needs to stop, man. That needs to stop right there. I don't know who can stop Southern California. I really don't. I spoke to a lady that works out there who provides, she does actual investigations for the water reclamation departments, and she says that in order for new track homes to be built, that the water authorities have to provide a letter, a provision letter that states that they are able to provide water for 20 years in order to give permits for houses and housing developments to actually be built. And she says there are literally thousands and thousands of these promissory letters saying that they can provide water for 20 years, yet none of these new track homes have any water provision going out to their homes right now. So you got all these homes out there, guys, that have infrastructure but no water, plumbing going out to where they're at. You got alfalfa hay farmers out there that are planting these crops, consuming all of this water. You got the Colorado basin and river system drying up. You got a federal provision for 2 to 4 million acre feet of water that needs to be conserved. No answers. And now you got this situation with the Glen Canyon Dam supposedly having bad pipes and not in a position to provide Las Vegas with the amount of water that supposedly we need, and that's the reason for why Lake Mead is running dry. Do you buy it? Does it make any sense to you whatsoever? It absolutely makes no sense to me, and I don't even know how far that's going to go, because they have not even been able to put a price tag on how much it would actually cost to actually fix that. So we don't know what the real problem is. We don't know how much it's going to cost to fix it. And to me, it just sounds like a delay tactic for more of what's going on to continue going on. I don't see a solution here, man, but I can tell you, man, I feel like pressure is going to happen really, really soon, that the feds may have to step in here, man, and actually do something, because they can't just keep on telling people, hey, conserve more water, take less showers, put a brick in your toilet. That's not where the consumption is, guys. The consumption is agriculture. The agriculture in southern regions of the western states here, and not just the agriculture, it is the abuse of water consuming product that we don't even need, we don't even use, and that we are exporting to other countries. That has to stop. But who has to be the ones to stop it? It's going to have to be what? The senators and the governors of those states have to be the one to step in and say, look, those crops are going to have to stop. Grow something else that consumes less water, but it can't be that. Guys, I don't know, man. I tell you, the more I dig, the more I turn rocks over and try to find what's underneath it, the more weird stuff I see crawl away. Yeah, as if that's not the truth. But anyways, guys, I don't really have much more I can give you today, other than you know, I've been reading some of my comment boards. There's been quite a few people that are kind of upset and been out of shape about the whole report that I did about the 1.5 billion gallons of water going to man-made lakes. But hey, yeah, so I mean, I'm sorry if that report came out, but hey, remember, the I-team came out with it first. All I did was follow up on the reporting they did. Well, it's not Hoover Dam and it's not Glen Canyon Dam. It's just a damn shame. Looks like this guy here made a turn in his truck carrying a crane, and it flipped over, and the whole crane came down and crashed on this Challenger sitting right over here. Take a look at this. I don't think anybody was hurt. A little shook up, but the bucket did go through the driver's side window of this black car right here. You know, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close this one up because it looks like we might get a little bit of rain from all of this aka cloud seeding that's going on. Take a look at that, man. Yeah, look at that. Got all kinds of cloud action going on around here. Hope it opens up soon. But anyways, guys, hey, that's all I got for you guys today. If you found this information beneficial, useful at all, if you like this type of reporting, please do me a kindness, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Help me appease this YouTube algorithm so that I can continue getting these reports out to you on a timely basis. And guys, I'm gonna leave you with this adage that a professor at the college here told me. He said that in reporting, he goes, in a time of corruption, the only crime is to report the truth. And if I'm the guy that's creating the crimes by reporting the truth, I'm happy to do it. So anyways, folks, thank you so much again for coming out here with me, spending a few moments of your day, you know, dealing with this water situation. And I'll continue giving you more reports as I find them. I'm Joey, you're watching Vegas T-Tech. You guys be well. Have a nice afternoon. See ya.